Square Enix has a brand new game coming out called Killer and it is getting destroyed over its modern audience, character designs, really mediocre looking gameplay, and really bad trailers. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, Square Enix has struggled a lot over the past couple of years, and a few months ago, we did hear that they did fire a lot of Westerners, a lot of people who were running their Western division, lots of developers, lots of higher ups that are really supposed to be talking between their Western versus Eastern branches, but that doesn't mean that they canceled projects. Why would they suddenly cancel a game if they think it is going to make money or they view it as a last ditch attempt to really support these types of developers who have convinced this company over the past several years that chasing a modern audience will eventually pay off? And this is their latest modern audience slop game on the block, Killer. And I heard about this a couple of days ago, and man, oh man, does it just look like the Saints Row reboot. Some of these characters look like copy and pastes from that game, which is horrendous. I understand that not every single character design in a game with a large cast of characters can look awesome and amazing and perfect, but when you don't even have a single character on your list that looks cool, that is a major problem. And while they are getting destroyed for this, so, Learning the Law or Manga Lawyer had posted over on X saying, here's Square Enix's latest upcoming game, Killer In. It's real, it checks every modern stereotype box: old hags, sugar daddies, naked flamboyant men, African female voodoo, and one safe and one lame normal female. Yes, it's made by Canadians. This is what Square Enix does with your money. And yeah, I do think the firings and the layoffs that happened a few months ago do sound positive, but we know development cycles for games are extremely long, and just because they're making changes now doesn't mean that games are going to be changed right now. It can take 10 years for a development cycle of a game, sometimes even longer if you're a major company. And so, even if they all dropped activists today and said that they were going to be doing better in the future, that doesn't mean that we're actually going to see those results for several years. And since I had only found out about this game recently, I'm sure a lot of you do not know what this is. Its description is: a corpse has been found and everyone is a suspect. You have been chosen to participate in a one-night-only game of death, deceit, and deduction. Will you be a wolf or perhaps a lamb with the means to fight back? In deception, we trust. And yeah, I mean, it is just about to release in early access. Who knows when the full launch is going to roll around? Either way, though, they're already facing some major issues, judging by the images that are circulating, the ratios that are happening over on YouTube, and the responses on their Steam forum. So, like I showed off just a moment ago, these are some of the character designs. It really does just look like modern audience Clue. I have no idea why they thought this would work, especially given, number one, gamers are always voicing their opinions on what good and bad character designs look like, but we are talking about a company that had their modern audience slash Western focused game, Forspoken, completely and utterly fail, and fail so quickly that they shut the studio down several months after its release. Heading on over to YouTube, though, the Square Enix YouTube account has 361,000 subscribers. Quite a few, that's for sure. This trailer only has 8.3k views and 218 likes to 627 dislikes. So even though these are not like insane ratios, it is still being negatively ratioed, but the response is not positive for the couple of people that actually have interacted with it. In my opinion, this game does not really have a cool aesthetic. I don't think that the HUD looks that cool. I think the character designs are bad. The combat also just seems extremely low effort and almost generic. And sure, I don't think that this is a game that had some insane or massive budget, but you are creating a game, and so the game needs to have good gameplay, and this just doesn't. I mean, there are some extremely worrying things that they are highlighting throughout this trailer. Here are the comments, which are not positive. Where's the modern audience? Huh, Square Enix? They will leer someday. I can't believe I'm just leering about this game right now. Are you going to shut this game down in a year? And this does generally happen with low effort live service slash multiplayer games, because if this does not have a decent pool of people up front, you're not going to be able to get matches for it. You're not going to be able to actually play against players, and then the game's just going to have to be closed down. Were they really happy with the voice acting? Yeah, what the hell are you doing, Square? Are your modern audience members here yet? Never learn, huh, Square Enix? Never learn. They re-released the Saints Row reboot. I instantly got slapped in the face with Saints Row reboot PTSD when I saw this. There are a lot of threads about this on Steam already saying, I already know this game is going to die. I hope the character design improves. I just don't see that being the case. They've already put the development budget towards it. They probably don't want to deal with going through major redesigns for a game that isn't going to have a lot of players interested. Why are all of the characters so flamboyant? You don't know who is the killer. Releases when Resident Evil Requiem, Fatal Frame 2, Reanimal, and more are launching. And yeah, in just a few weeks, we have a game like Crimson Desert coming out, which is going to keep people happily entertained for a long time to come. This is literally just anime Clue. I don't think Clue is a bad concept for a game, but at the same time, you just need to do better. Here's the X thread by Manga Lawyer. Let's take a peek over at the comments, which are pretty brutal. And they wonder why no one is buying slash playing new games anymore, and games from 10 years ago or more are massively rising again in popularity. It's simple. You can just play old games on a PC potato and have more fun with the backlog of great games without this nonsense. Ah, I'm keeping my money. At this point, all big Japanese game companies deserve to be boycotted. Wow, I'm even less interested in this game than I was when the trailer came out. Didn't think that it was possible. I think they forgot people enjoy beautiful things. If I'm going to play in a fantasy world, at least make me attractive, and attractive people generally associate with other attractive people. That left column is just nightmare inducing. Currently replaying Nier Automata, sad to see just how far Square Enix has fallen. There haven't been any good games on consoles for at least a decade, and very few games on PC are good besides mods and indie stuff. Not a single one of these characters looks interesting. I'd be better off actually playing Dead by Daylight, so I'll actually be keeping a close eye on this game to see how it is received. Maybe it will have a small niche audience who genuinely loves it. I just highly doubt it, and well, it is already being rejected on social media. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.